What happens when an 800-year-old village wakes up to find a modern 5-star luxury resort right on its doorstep? So what towns are we talking about here? Well, I'm making 50 videos about 50 Algarve towns, which could well turn into 100 videos if I'm not careful. This is video number 12, and if you haven't seen the previous lot, have a look at my Algarve Unlocked playlist on YouTube. So just north of Loulé and halfway to Salir is the turnoff to the brand new Ombria Resort, and a little further on, the 1,000-year-old settlement of Querenca. You can get there a multitude of ways if you're creative. However, the most efficient is by car. It's 30 minutes to the airport and the same to Folares beach. Bus 27 leaves Loulé twice daily for Querenca and takes about 25 to 30 minutes. Just before we nip down into the villages for a coffee in either one, you can see how close they really are from each other. Without a shadow of a doubt, you'll see how radically different they are too. Essentially, Querenca is centered around the 16th century church, like most villages in Portugal. But you can feel that this is a town unchanged by time. It hasn't really expanded since the Roman times, when it formed part of the ancient road system. Now, recent research has found Roman road markers that establish the ancient routes up to Alcácer do Sal. And if you're interested, I've left a link in the description to a very interesting blog post about the history of the roads. So, if you're asking how old is Querenca as a village, it's safe to say that it's been continuously settled for at least 700 to 800 years, with deep roots going way back over 2,500 years, when you're including Moorish, Roman and prehistoric presence. The town square is occasionally overtaken by different groups. Today it's buggy tours who stop for a coffee break before tearing back into the dusty valleys that surround Querenca. In January, it's the Festa Chouriças de Querença. It fills up the square with red wine, chouriço, piping hot oven-baked bread and hundreds of people warding off the winter chill. In April, they hold a Festa dos Folares, which was this incredible Easter cake that makes me dream of Easter all year long. Querenca also puts on a summer festival with music, dancing, eating and drinking, of course, like most towns in the Algarve. These festivals are a wonderful opportunity for the community to come together and unite in a common goal. I went into Café Dona Rosa to go and get a coffee. Next door to the cafe is the Restaurante de Querença, which we'll get back to later. However, I clearly remember having lunch about 20 years ago there, and the only option was prato do dia, or plate of the day, which you probably had 2 or 3 options, like meat or fish or something, but it came with couvert, which is bread and carrots and garlic and olives. And then the main course, dessert, 1 drink, a glass of wine or a beer, and coffee afterwards, and it was €6. You can still find prato de dia, but they're generally about 12 to 15 euros now. Now, if you'd really like to live here, just get in touch with us because we built our own real estate agency and we can show you houses in the area or any other area for that matter in the Algarve. Whether you want to live in Umbria or whether you want to live in Querenca, it's totally doable. We can do it all. And we've got a touring agency as well. We can tour you around all the areas so you can see if that's what you really like or if you want to go down to Loulé or something. So get in touch on algarveaddicts.com and let's get on with the video where we can show you the difference between these two fantastic little spots. Welcome to Umbria, 141 5-star suites and residences tucked into 150 hectares of Algarve hills. It's got an 18-hole golf course, over 700 oak trees were planted and rivers were restored. Now there's 6 bars and restaurants, plus about a dozen pools, 4 main ones, a spa, which they very kindly toured us around, and family spaces. So this place is built for luxury and the prices are that high. It's crazy. It will have cost about 260 million euros at the end of 2030 when the whole project is completed. So as I said, in Umbria there's 6 restaurants and now all of these places are open to the public, so you can just pull in any time you want and go, but just take your wallet with you because it's pricey. Okay, so let's kick off. Ombria Kitchen, which is an all-day restaurant. Then there's Casa y Fora Bar and Terrace, which is a lively sports bar style venue. That's just over the golf club. Solalua is a sunset to starlit bar. Wow, that sounds beautiful. And it's a restaurant as well, blending sophisticated cocktails with Portuguese small plates in an artistic atmosphere. Café Central is where we went for coffee a little bit earlier, which is great, and had their own homemade chocolates and everything. It really is quite a spectacular stuff. That almond pastry was fantastic. The Salpico Pool Bar is a relaxed poolside bar serving cocktails and light fare. And then there is Belvino, which is a rooftop wine bar showcasing regional wines, cheeses, olive oils and charcuterie. Very elegant, guys, very elegant, really nice environment. And it's all shaped around this sort of village square vibe. So you can imagine how wonderful it is when the sun's setting and you're just enjoying this haute cuisine. We circled back to Querenca in the midst of real, authentic Portugal. Hello. Okay, so this lady over here that you might have seen in the video, she's doing some gardening. What's she doing? This is Daniela, and she's just arrived from South Africa, and she might be editing for us.
Super exciting.
Super exciting.
Yes.
But we were trying to have lunch at this place over here, but it's a little bit closed. They've gone on holiday because it's, August, September, so this is normal. And we're going to have to go and find an alternative lunch spot. We're waiting for Ralph. So Ralph's a pretty cool guy. I've known him for a while. So let's figure out where we're going to go for lunch. So we're heading up the hill back to Restaurante de Querença, as we mentioned previously. So I've been playing a little game lately. Guess how much this lunch cost. Now, bear in mind that 20 years ago, it would have cost €6 each. Okay, but it didn't today. Hey, Rolf.
Hey, Nick.
So we had a couvert. We had one big plate of javali, which is wild boar, one big plate of the prato do dia, which is actually a veal kebab with salad, and one plate of pork with mushroom and cream sauce. We had 2 glasses of red wine, 1 bottle of water, 1 dessert, 2 desserts actually, 1 doce de casa, one of the best chocolate cakes in the world.
Oh, that looks too big.
And how much do you reckon that was? Answers in the comments. Come on, guys. You've got to get this right. You've got to be getting the hang of this. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed us trying to compare these two incomparable settlements. So Querenca is almost 3,500 years old. It's been inhabited for almost 700 to 800 years. And Umbria just popped up, literally, over the last few years. And it's going to cost almost 260 million to produce, whereas Querenca costs time, and it's authentic. You go there, you just feel the authenticity, and the naturalness, the relaxation. Not the relaxation. It's like kind of like the authenticity of the people. It's real. Whereas Umbria is completely different. It's fun and it's exciting and it's new and it's designed for a different set of people completely. So that's why we're saying you can't compare the two. If you're a Querenca person, go to Querenca. If you're an Umbria person, go to Umbria. It's fantastic. It's lovely. I really do think that this is an interesting subject. So we're going to explore it in greater depth with the CEO of Umbria in a podcast, hopefully coming up soon. So look out for that. But also, Ralph has been living in the area for 4.5 years. He's built his own house there. He knows the locals. And I sit down and have a 6.5-minute chat with him. And you can listen to that right now. Okay, so I hope you enjoy that. I hope you've enjoyed this area. It's been a little bit of a different video. And we'll see you next week in the Algarve Unlocked. And who knows where we're going. Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot. This is Ralph. Hi, Ralph.
Hi, Nick. Nice to see you again.
You live here, right?
Yes, since 4.5 years now. Yes.
Okay, so you're a proper local now. You know the area, you know Querenca,
Yes.
and you know Umbria.
Yes.
What's the difference between, okay, we know what the difference is, but like, what do you think of Umbria? Because it arrived, and some people hate it, some people love it. How do you feel?
Yeah, I think there's always a controversial discussion about Umbria here with the local people. They have been building for quite some time, and they have been opened I think 2 years ago. And I don't know how good the access is for local people to the Ombria Resort. I would hope that they open this a little bit more for the local community and give them also maybe some special discounts. As I've heard, they have a wonderful spa area.
But you can just walk in, right? We walked in this morning, and,
Yes.
and they sort of just, I don't know if we're allowed to or not, but we just walked in. It was fantastic.
But you did not use the spa, right? You just walked in.
We had a coffee.
Yes. But yeah, this is something I would like to see. I think the prices are pretty high because they have people, they can afford that. But for the local people here, it's different. It's really difficult to spend some time and get access to the facilities here, I would say.
But I think it's not aimed at the locals, right? It's not there for the locals. It's there for international people.
Yes.
So I can understand that if something's built here and the locals aren't really, they're allowed to, but they can't because it's so expensive.
It's a different world. I mean, here, what you see here, this is the true Portugal, I would say, the true Algarve with the local people, which I love. The nature is just beautiful here. But there, it's a kind of an enclave. It's a world on its own for those people who love also the beauty of nature and want to enjoy beautiful golf playing. The golf course is absolutely fantastic. I played that once, and I see that also the hotel and the rooms and the facilities are just amazing. So I think it's a good time to spend there. But we'll see how that works together with the local people. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's good to go there for a treat, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe we should go together for
Yes.
one treat. Yes.
So this here, where we are now in Querenca,
Yes.
is like normal life, right? You come here quite often to this restaurant.
Well, when I came here 4.5 years ago, this was the first restaurant that I visited. And it's absolutely beautiful. I like the style here. You see, this is typical Portuguese, and they have really, really nice food. And here in Querenca, we have not only the restaurant Querenca, which is really nice, there are some other restaurants all around. So the restaurant quality is absolutely beautiful here.
So do you go and eat in Salir, in Loulé?
There's another little snack bar down the hill here. It's unfortunately closed today, but this is where really the local people go, and where I go also sometimes with some local friends here.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yes, and it's really very inexpensive there. I mean, you said that many years ago here you came here for €6.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
20 years ago?
Prato de dia, €6.
It's unbelievable. But now you pay for an entire prato de dia with wine and water and coffee and everything. I would say 12 to 15 euros per person, which is nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. And you obviously have integrated incredibly well because you have these events at your house with all these people coming.
Yes.
After 4.5 years, do you feel like you've integrated in Portugal?
I hope so, a little bit more. It's a process. It just takes time. I'm trying to build up a little local community, but I have, of course, many friends who are not from Portugal, but I try to combine them with the Portuguese local people here. That's the reason why I'm organizing these amphitheater concerts at my casa, where all people come together, and it's really a nice local community that is evolving there.
Sometimes like 100 people, right?
Sometimes like 100 people. The first concert we had this year, I had 150 people, which was amazing.
So I think you've integrated really well, and I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
So, what this area? Is there anything to do in this area? Like, I mean, it feels like we're in the middle of nowhere, and it takes quite a while to get down to Loulé or shopping and stuff. Do you always go to Loulé to shop?
Yes, you have to go to shopping to Loulé. You can also go to Salir. There's a spa market, which is nice. But what you can do here is really enjoy nature. Nature is absolutely breathtaking, especially in springtime. And also now the autumn comes, and then the first rain comes, and then nature is emerging. It's actually not in autumn. When the rain comes, it's springtime again, right? And it's beautiful for hiking. It's beautiful for biking. So that's, I would say, those are the main things you can do here, and enjoy the silence and the nature.
And the local people around here, I mean, what are they? Are they farming, or are they just running restaurants? There's not so much activity here.
It's a very quiet rural place here, and people are going to work to Loulé or to the beaches, but here there's not so much going on. It's really very, very quiet. Yes.
Sounds idyllic.
Yes.
So we don't want anyone else to come here.
Well, those people who enjoy the beauty of nature and tranquility and just relax, come down. What's really beautiful here, if you like that, there is sometimes no man-made noise. If you go here to certain places, you just hear the bees, the wind, and the birds. Sometimes the dogs as well, which is a little bit annoying.
So you're saying those people who love that kind of stuff are absolutely welcome here, right?
Yes.
That's wonderful. I think that's a lovely message.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much, Ralph.
You're welcome.
AlgarveAddicts.com. We'll see you next week, but if you need any help relocating to the Algarve, click through to our website, AlgarveAddicts.com. We offer tours, immigration assistance, long-term rentals, and we can buy you a house.